Good evening, everybody. It is RJ. It is Sunday, so it is time for the Sunday Trivia Recap. All right, so apologize for the late start tonight, but I was up in Cooperstown all day long. That's right, my annual trip to Cooperstown. I usually go with one of my kids. Took one of my kids again. It was a long day, long day. But I'm home now and able to crank this one out. Got to film my Monday video too because I didn't get to pre-film those. Had a very, very, very busy weekend, but you guys don't want to hear about my problem. Let's talk about trivia and prizes. What do you say? All right. So Monday, all this week, it was all about old people, people who were old when they achieved a significant feat in baseball. So on Monday, I asked the following question. Who was the oldest pitcher to throw a complete game? A number of people threw out Satchel Paige right away. Incorrect. According to Baseball Reference, Satchel Paige in 1952 threw all of 3 complete games, I do believe, when he was 46 years old. However, he was bested by one Jamie Moyer. Here's Mr. Moyer's Topps 1987 Topps rookie card. Jamie Moyer threw 2 complete games in 2010 for the Phillies when he was 48 years old. I didn't say he had to win them. Didn't say he had to have a shutout. I just said he had to have a complete game. Mr. Moyer was the answer to that question. What you're playing for, if you recall, all week, it's all about 3 legends of sport through the Goodwin Champions product. Ken Griffey Jr. on this one, then Michael Jordan, then Tiger Woods. And then I threw in what I thought was kind of cool, a famous Indian chief from the Americana Star Line set from 1992, this one being Sitting Bull. So I thought that was kind of 4 interesting trading cards for legendary players to add, for you guys to add to your collection. All right. So the individuals up here on the screen were kind enough to throw out a guess. Let me scroll down here. Lisa's disease name remains on my list throughout this calendar year. Lisa was a longtime supporter of my channel as well as everybody else in this card community, and she died very early in this calendar year. I have chosen to keep her name on my list throughout this calendar year. Her box is not checked, so she does not appear on the wheel, but she is here. We will shuffle once and spin. You must hit 3 times on my channel to win. I do that mostly because I always hate it when you spin and you're done in one thing and that's the only shot you had. But when you have a lot of people, you have to do it that way. Me, I always have less than 20, so I can do it my way, and that's the way I choose to do it. So good luck to everybody. We will spin. Here we go. So yeah, I mentioned I was at Cooperstown today. I will be showing off this coming week some of the spoils of my trip. I have a very set routine when I go to Cooperstown. There are 3 places I go. Occasionally I will expound upon those 3, but without fail I stop at these 3 individual places. One is the bookstore. Forgive me, I can't recall the name of the bookstore. I should know it. I frequent them every year when I go up there. There is a used bookstore on the same street that the Hall of Fame is on. It's tucked down aside a little, almost like an alley, but it's tucked in a doorway that goes back into the building, almost like an alley. But it's the used bookstore in town, and they have all kinds of fantastic bios. And I was able to stop there and pick up a couple of cool books that I like to add to my collection. If you're not familiar with my channel, and if you haven't heard the story before, well, that was 3. Boom, boom, boom. 3 for Jimmy Licari. Glad I looked. Jimmy, pause in the story. You'll be getting these 4 awesome cards. Congrats to you, sir. We're going to move on to Monday's question, or I'm sorry, Wednesday's question. Wednesday's question: who was the oldest player to hit a home run at the major league level? Everybody pretty much knew this one. It's long known that this guy played forever. Some people speculate he's still playing down in the Mexico or the Caribbean. That is one Ruben Sierra. Here he is in his 1990 Fleer League Leader box card set. 44 cards in the League Leader box set. They're all the same. In other words, their layout is the same. All these different box sets have career stats on the back and whatever design or whatever moniker at the top. And really, there's no rhyme nor reason for the moniker. But anyway, Ruben Sierra was the answer to your question. Once again, 3 awesome Goodwin Champions cards. Again, Ken Griffey Jr. and Michael Jordan. Then I threw in, and again, another Tiger Woods. Your Indian Chief on this one is Crazy Horse. That's what you're all playing for. Kick it over to Wednesday. Jimmy Licari. Jimmy, you are out. You can only win once a week on my channel. I believe everybody pretty much is regular to the channel, so there's nobody out of sort. So we have shuffled once. Spin. Good luck to everybody on this one. I was saying, I always go to the bookstore. They have fantastic biographies. I tend to only buy one type of book, well, 2 types of books anymore. Typically, it is a biography of Hall of Famers. I'm trying to acquire one biography of every member of the Hall of Fame. I think that's a good way to honor them. It certainly isn't that expensive to get a biography of a baseball player, especially if you're going to get it from a used bookstore. The other thing I buy whenever I find an interesting one is a history of the Phillies in some manner. And I was able to pick up one of those books as well. Again, these are items I'll be showing this coming week. And, a lot of these come from, gee, that's 3 right away again. This is going to be a quick one, people. The Card Closet. Eric over at the Card Closet. Congrats to you, sir. You'll be getting these 3 awesome cards. No, Ruben Sierra stays with me. Everybody else is going your way, sir. Oh, man. And lastly, on Friday, my question was, Friday, and pretty much everybody got this one, who was the oldest major league player when they had their first appearance in a major league game? So who was the oldest ever rookie? Pretty much everybody knew it was Satchel Paige when he got taken by the Cleveland Indians in '48. This is one of his archives cards, 2022. Topps Archives, really cool one. I like this one because it's got his career stats in the majors. This one slips into my Hall of Fame set. Once again, 3 awesome cards. This time, though, the Sport Kings. I'm not sure who does Sport Kings anymore. It's not just Sport Kings by Sport Kings. So 3 legends of sport, but not the same 3. These are the mini versions. I got a Gaylord Perry for baseball, Richard Petty in your NASCAR auto racing, and Jerry West. I believe he was a Celtic. I don't know basketball, though, so don't quote me on that. And then lastly, our Indian Chief is Geronimo. So again, 3 great sport cards, 1 great history card. Moving on to Friday's thing. Again, Jimmy, you are out. Eric, you are out. Everybody else is here. Shuffle once and spin. Good luck to everybody on this one. Maybe it'll last a little longer. So what I'm saying is, after the bookstore, I make it a point to go to a card shop, and the best card shop in Cooperstown, my opinion, is a place called Yastrzemski's. The reason I like Yastrzemski's so much is it is an old feel card shop. Boxes and boxes of, quarter cards, dime cards, $5 junk boxes, packs, wax backs, old sets, everything you could ever want in a card store you will find at Yastrzemski's. And then, of course, I always go to the Hall of Fame, don't we all? One of the things I do is I always go to the Hall of Fame in the fall after induction day. The reason being, and I'll show these upcoming this week, but I pick up the Hall of Fame postcards of the newest inductees. I have the complete set of Hall of Fame postcards. Don't have all the variations. They made a number of variations over the years, but I have a couple different variations, and I was very happy to see. I'll show it off when I get a chance, but I was wondering, the Hall of Fame for a while now, when they elect a Latin American player or a Spanish-speaking player into the Hall of Fame, they have been issuing two postcards of that person. One printed in English, like their plaque on the wall in the Hall of Fame, and the other printed in Spanish. And I was wondering, now that Ichiro was elected to the Hall of Fame, are they going to produce a card of Ichiro's plaque information in English and in Japanese? And I looked, and sure enough, they did. So I picked up for my collection, and again, I'll show this off soon, the Japanese version of the postcard. So anyway, that's 3 for Barry. So congrats to Barry. Been a while since Barry won, but Barry, congrats, you'll be getting these awesome legendary sport and Indian cards. All right, that's all I have for you today. Sorry guys, it was so late. Almost happy it went zip because now I have a little bit of time yet. It's still Sunday evening, and I got a little bit of time to actually crank out Monday's video. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to come back this coming week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I will tell you this ahead of time. There will be no trivia this week. I am not going to be in town next weekend, so I will not be able to do a trivia recap video. I'm not going to have time. I'm not going to come home Sunday night and do it. So I'm taking the week off from trivia, but there'll still be plenty of awesome cards to show off. So stop back for that, all right? Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your week. Take care.